Hello everyone and welcome to another Avengers video. Today I'm bringing a cap build that makes the most of the heroic buffs, but making sure you never run out of Steamrollers. The build is great for area clearing and you can still hit bosses pretty hard, especially if you manage to sequence your buffs properly. The key stat we have here is Valor, which seems to be the best option for pretty much everyone now. And in this case I'm aiming for high precision, but I do also look for might in the pieces that roll it to make sure that Brooklyn Brawler is still great. For the melee gear, I am rocking a piece that I found on the Anthill Roy, but unfortunately today I do not have a date for the offline vendor. However, I do promise to tweet any similar pieces I find, so be sure to keep an eye out to my Twitter. The piece is awesome because in a single slot we are getting both Captain's Defense Assistance and Faultless Spark, making sure that as long as you have the buffs, a couple of punches will be enough to fully recharge your heroics. On the range slot, instead, I'm rocking a Raid piece with Faultless buff, and in this case it's the Sonic version to make sure that we can exploit the battery effect to quickly dispatch of enemies with regular throws. It's also great to recharge heroics if you manage to get the status fully up. Another Raid piece for the slot 3, but I am open to discussion on this one. It's mostly there for the Valor Might Precision combination, as well as a bit of a damage buff we get from Reverberation Drive, or the Reverberation Breaker as it's called right now, and really I would like to try a Storm piece here, possibly with Reflexive Tachyon Surge, but for now it's doing a great job. And finally, in the heroic piece, it's the impeccable Helm of the Super Soldier that you can get on the daily priority missions, and the buffs you get on this one are just the best you can get on the slots, so it's a no-brainer. The first ISO I'm rocking is the combo of Lethal Conduit and Faultless Vibranium Payload that works wonders while on Brooklyn Brawler, and also boosts heroics on every enemy kill, so fits the build pretty much perfectly. And then the other one is just the sorely needed triple Valor ISO, in this case running Recharge, as well as a light combo breaker, but if you like using power attacks you could go for one of those too. And the major artifact is just the stone here because we want to keep the damage buff up as long as we can possibly do, and also the crit chance increase is great for him, especially to hit enemies on melee. Heroic specs are not too complicated. We want a bit of defense from Rally Cry as well as intrinsic or Bonanza to always be ready for our next Commander's Call. Then for the Steamroller we want the double hit to double tap into any chunky enemies, and of course whatever generates Heroic Orbs is gonna be a huge hit. And for the ultimate we want extra range damage as well as more specialization for Heroic Orbs. This way the rolling never stops. As for Mastery, most of our options are pretty straightforward here. We want both range damage and combo finisher bonuses, and then the usual Heroic Orbs on takedowns. For the range specs, more speed and damage is great, as well as the critical throw, so we can return the shield even harder. And we also want the headshots to drop Heroic Orbs for obvious reasons. There's nothing cool in the efficiency area, but I like having a bit more intrinsic to play with, as well as intrinsic on takedowns to keep the Captain's Call bonus always up. And for the actual intrinsic section, we want extra time on Commander's Call, as well as intrinsic cost reduction, and longer taunts, so we can pull the aggro from our allies. Champion points, as usual, should focus on crits, then heroic recharge and perk chances, and finally the armor to get a bit more defense. And with this, I will leave the playthrough of the brutal Cryo hand room that I just cleared in under 5 minutes, and it was an actual blast to play. I hope you liked the build, as well as the video, and if you do things differently, please let me know in the comments. Finally, if you've enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe, and of course, thank you for watching, and see you soon!